Ladies and gentlemen, I'm David Walmsley, the Editor-in-Chief of the Globe and Mail, and it's a profound privilege to be here today to talk about one of the most challenging issues that I think everyone in Canada is questioning, and that is just what's going on in the United States. I'm joined here with Felicia Sanders, an incredibly resilient woman and a mother who is here to tell the story of her son Tawanza, and the future.
Hi, I'm Felicia Sanders. Thank you. My son Tawanza was a vibrant mama's boy. There was nothing that he wouldn't do for me. We went everywhere together. The night of Bible study, we were supposed to cancel Bible study, but instead we decided we would just have Bible study anyway. The last text I have from my son is, "Mom, are we having Bible study?" I told him, yeah, come on down to the church. We had Bible study. He sat right next to me. He always right next to me. My son was due to be at Full Sail University as we speak. He was going for audio engineering. From audio engineering, he would be an entertainment attorney. He promised he was going to take care of me. He didn't need to do that, but that's what he wanted to do. In some kind of way, he's still taking care of me. The night that this awful person came into our church, it wasn't unusual that we invite people that don't look like me into the church. We welcomed this young man to come sit with us, have Bible study. There was nothing unusual about it. As we closed our eyes to pray, that's when he opened fire, killing 9 people.
Now, had you met the shooter? Had you had a conversation with Dylann Roof before he came in?
I've never seen him at all. But where my church is at is between a couple of college, and I live in a tourist. My church is right there where it's a tourist attraction. So it's not unusual that Caucasians come in there. We don't know what people that mean us harm look like. We don't know to tell him, no, you can't come here. It's a church. So we just welcome him with open arms.
Now, one of the most shocking things is that he spent an hour in the Bible study class with you.
Yes, he did. He sat with us the whole hour. He engaged with us twice. We didn't see it coming. We didn't see it coming at all.
And he seemed to be acting perfectly normally. There was no sense of hatred.
No, there was no sense. There was no sense of anything. It's just that when he came in, we thought he was just a kid yearning to learn about the Bible.
And Tawanza stood up to him. He had been injured in the shooting.
When my son died, when the shooting started, I had to make this decision whether I was going to cover my son, my aunt, or my granddaughter. My granddaughter at the time was 11 years old. My aunt, who died, was 87. My son was 26. We were sitting in the same area of the church. When the shooting started, I yelled and told everyone getting under the table because I was under the assumption that it was some kind of electrical outage went off in the church. I didn't know it was a shooting till the second bullet went off, the second round went off. So we dived under the table. So it was the decision to cover my granddaughter. I held her so close to me that at one point I thought I suffocated her. Me and my son communicated under the table. He knew that I still was alive. When Dylann Roof came around the table, my son was already wounded. He stood up and asked this guy, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" And he was told that you're raping white women and taking over the world. My son said, "You don't have to do this. We are not hurting anyone." And my son's last words was, "We mean you no harm. We mean you no harm." And that's when he emptied the gun on my son.
Now, Dylann Roof had spent a year creating a volume of hatred. He had clearly visited a lot of hate online, and he wanted to ignite in his own warped way some sort of hate race war. And he failed.
Yes.
Now, he went to court, and you went to see him on trial. Can you explain a little bit about that? Because I think everyone in the room is trying to make sense of this.
Well, when we went for the interview to get prepped for court, one of the things that Dylann Roof said that he didn't want to look at these people. He can't look at these people. So my mission was to look Dylann Roof directly in the face. Let him know that you hurt me to the core. There's no way of explaining the hurt that you did to me. But I am going to stand face to face with you and let you know that you can't hurt me no more. You can't hurt me no more. I've been through the valley of the shadow of death. I will not fear you. I will not fear you, Dylann Roof.
Now, he was convicted of all 33 charges. Do you, as a mother, have any sense of what it must be like for his family? Any sense at all, any communication with his family?
Well, I've seen his uncle several times, and I spoke with him. I try not to too much think about his family. I'm consumed with trying to keep my granddaughter, 11 years old, sane. So I try not to think too much about his family.
And you are now bringing up your granddaughter?
Yes.
And she's a happy young girl?
I do everything I can do in my power to keep her happy.
Forgiveness is a difficult thing, and it's something that many who have not suffered would say is something that we should try and offer. When you go through the full gamut of the emotions, is there a sense that you have that forgiveness is something that can come even close to helping you to see the future? Do you see it as a challenge to the memory of your son?
Forgiveness was the easiest thing that I had to do. Forgiveness caused sickness, a lot of unhealthiness. I knew if I didn't forgive him, I wouldn't be able to go through the court system and make sure he get convicted. I wanted to be there. I wanted to remember everything about that night. So forgiveness for me was very easy. That was the easiest thing I had to do. The hardest thing I had to do was sit through court and go through everything over again. And I thank God that I succeeded everything. He got 33 charges that he deserved. I didn't give anything for that. The judicial system did me fairly, did the other 9 families fairly, and I'm just thanking God that, you do things right and keep everything calm and just keep your eyes on the Lord and everything will work out.
Okay, Felicia, we're going to hear more from you in a moment, but this is a good time to take a pause.